This is Between Hook Sets. I'm Chasen Walter from In Through the Outdoors with my partner in slime, Curt Underhill from the Fishing Crew.
What is up, buddy?
Oh, I had such a big hook set. I messed up the situation with my sweatshirt here.
Yeah.
Or was that during my, or did I mess it up when I was doing podcast calisthenics to get
Probably
ready for the show?
Podcast calisthenics.
Okay. Well, hey, before we get going here with our guests, because we're going to be hanging out with them for the weekend, I'm going to pop this up real quick here because there's no way I'm eating walleye flavored potato chips. Ain't happening. Ain't happening, right?
Did you see the one I sent you before that? It was like crappie something. It was crappie ones.
Oh, I did. Crappie, whatever. Uncle Lou, how do you do? All right, you knew it was coming, my friends. Lay's now introduces the new peanut butter and bologna flavored Lay's potato chips. Just yummy to my tummy right now.
Yeah, we're going to ask our guests tonight to see if they would like to try your concoction.
Yeah, I think we will ask them that. Matter of fact, we could do it sooner than later. Hi, Miranda. Hi, Marcy.
Hello. Good evening.
You know, Marcy, I didn't know your last name was Pierre Area Chamber of Commerce. How coincidental is that?
I know it was really hard to spell that in kindergarten, but I mastered it.
Hey, eat silver carp. Okay, Uncle Lou, if I see you somewhere, you're getting a peanut butter and bologna.
So, Chasen's go-to snack is a peanut butter and bologna sandwich.
Peanut butter? What?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Peanut butter and bologna sandwich. It's not good. He's trying to convince the world it's good. And he even fries it sometimes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, really. A grilled peanut butter and bologna sandwich is quite good. I mean, seriously, I've been eating them since I was like 14, able to drive a vehicle to go hunting because it was my hunting snack, you know, and I mean, look at me. You know, my complexion, I mean, everything is just shiny and smooth and young looking. And it's been wonderful for me my whole life.
Oh, fabulous.
He's given me one. He gave Justin Hamner one at the NPAA conference. We never did see him again until we got to the Classic. I think he almost died from it. And he gave Josh Bible one, and nobody said it's good yet. So I'm sure he's going to carry a whole loaf around this weekend. So you ladies
I'm gonna
try it out.
I'm going to have some because I think the weather's going to be a little cooler. I mean, not like 75, 80 degrees where the bologna is going to cook in the sandwich, but they'll be doable. You know, I'll be handing them out for free, or I'll have a candy container. And Chad, I'm getting you one there, buddy. I'm going to have a candy container. I'm going to go around and I'm asking people if they want a piece of candy. But they got to say my name first. Say my name. Say my name. Chasen Walter. Don't call me Brian Walter. I will pull the candy away from you. But no. So anyway, you know, I'm going to have my jersey on that says Chasen Walter, so everybody gets it right. I saw Chase and Laura on the Bassmasters do it, and nobody got their names right. I'm like, well, I'm going to do it. I'm going to make sure everybody gets my name right just for fun, and then hand out Easter candy.
There you go.
Yeah, so that I could do that at Steamboat Amphitheater. Can I hand out candy in the park without a permit or a license?
Have a better luck getting people to say your name if you handed out Busch Lights.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a Busch Light crowd.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: we can't go a full hour because I'm only full to here. I ran out already. Usually I'm up to here, so. You know, when I lift up for a sip, if I go like this, that's the cue for there's only 5 minutes left.
Well, we got a big weekend. I mean, big weekend starting. It started tonight in Pierre.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll let you girls explain what is all going down in Pierre this weekend.
Yeah, so starting out tonight, we had the rules meeting for the National Walleye Tour. We're super excited to have them in town for the weekend, Thursday, Friday. I mean, we've seen anglers here since last week, Thursday. So it's just crazy the amount of time that they put into
I think that one came from the Garage Peanut Gallery.
Might have. But yeah, we're just super excited to have the top anglers in the country fishing Lake Sharpe here on the Missouri River, here in Pierre, South Dakota. I mean, how lucky are we to have this type of just, I don't know what is it? I'm losing words, but just this kind of promotion of our area, and it's awesome, and it's a great body of water. It's starting to get its name, but it's not quite there yet. And I think this and a few other tournaments that we have going on throughout the year will help it get that name and become a destination that people want to fish.
Yeah. Yeah. The
And
exposure that
four
they
fun-filled
provide
fishing
is great.
days.
Yes.
Yeah.
4 days.
Yeah. Yeah, so we had the rules meeting tonight. Tomorrow, the boats will launch out of Downs Marina at 7 a.m. And then the weigh-ins will be at Steamboat Park at 3:15. And same thing for Friday. And I think it's really cool that they are having a kids fishing event on Friday after the weigh-ins. This is kind of my main highlight that I've been hitting, and just telling people, get your kids to the park Friday afternoon for the weigh-ins. They're handing out 100 free rod and reel combos to the first 100 kids in the park, and then the kids get a chance to talk to the anglers and learn some tips and tricks about fishing. So I think that's awesome. We need more kids to get involved in the fishing industry, and what a great way to start.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think isn't that partly sponsored by the NPAA? Brian Bashore and those guys, don't they do that with the help of the NPAA? Either way, it doesn't matter. They do a great job with the kids, and I'll tell you what, the kids, it's like a magnet. That stage when they bring up the rods and stuff, it's fantastic. I the first time I saw it, I'm like, oh my God, this is great. I didn't know they did it.
And
So,
Yeah.
let's be clear, because I've seen a lot of comments on Facebook. This will be after the weigh-ins over. Everybody's like, I wish the kids didn't have school. This will be well after. It'll be after 4 o'clock when they do this. So just so everybody that's watching, the kids fishing clinic will not start until after the weigh-ins of what they say tonight, 93 anglers that they ended up getting. So, if you take in general rule of thumb, a minute an angler, day 2 is going to be a little longer, because you're going to hear from the winners. You're going to hear, then they're going to give their prizes out, and then they'll do the kids fishing clinic. So just so everybody's clear, it's probably going to be closer to 5 o'clock when you actually see that happening.
Yeah. And with the kids getting out of school at 3, take the afternoon off. Come down to the park. I mean, get them involved with the weigh-ins and everything, and get them that free rod and reel. I mean, why not?
there can't be, 15 days left of school anyway, so what's another half day?
Right?
Yeah.
Let's start summer early.
Yeah.
Right.
So, we've had these National Walleye Trail guys in town. A lot of them been here since mid last week.
Yes.
They left their families early and came out here to practice. Before we keep going, I want to get into I have to give hats off to Tom Wynn for what he did Monday night. I called Tom Wynn. Trevor Lightfield, the Pierre Rescue Squad, called me on Saturday and said, hey, we'd like to do a training. Can you come down and help us train on live scope? And I said, you have the impeccable timing. Let's get Tom. I'll call Tom Wynn. I said, hey, I know you're going to be practicing, but would you take some time? Came in early. There was a rainstorm, so I didn't feel so bad. He sat in his boat, ate the rain, took them guys out there and trained them on everything forward-facing sonar, what to look for, all the different things, and it was incredible. Pop that picture back up, Chasen. How many guys can you put on the bow of a Vexus? That's why we run Vexus boats, because they got a nice wide bow. They were piled in there, getting all the tips and tricks of what to look for. We had a diver in the water, and he literally, they radioed down to him, and Tom's like, he's sitting on his butt, his fins are up, and you can see him sitting here. And they said, have him wave at us. And he waved at us, and you could see it. And then he made a hand gesture, and Tom goes, yeah, he just made a hand gesture at us, and kind of looked down. You could see it. And we get out after they got done. I asked the diver and the driver afterwards, said, did you do this? And he goes, oh, you saw that? And we're like, yeah, we picked it up. And he's like, no, 10 foot of water, we could see him moving his fingers on live scope. So pretty impressive. And then after it's all said and done, they thanked Tom. They gave Tom and Sean Grams and myself a rescue shirt for coming to help them, which was unexpected. And not need to be done, but thank you guys. That meant a lot to me and to them. I guarantee it. And then Tom literally said, if you ever have an incident, I'm only 5 hours away. Call me. I will come.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
What a stand-up guy. I wanted to get out there. I mean, these anglers are here. I've talked to several of them throughout the week, and they'll talk to anybody. Like, that is the best part about these guys. So, yes, Tom is a way better human than an angler, you know, and we all know he's a stick 100%.
Right.
I mean,
yeah, that's very true.
I mean, you think about it, when I made that phone call, I felt like, oh God, I'm putting something on Tom that he's going to have a hard time saying no to. But I think if Tom would have been 5 hours away, he'd have drove down here and did that training with him.
Definitely.
Like, that's the guy Tom Wind is, and hats off to him for coming to do it. And Robert Cardenas even stuck around and took photos. Like, he found out Tom was doing it, and he sat there and took photos of everything. So that was awesome to see that. So thank you, Tom. Thanks to NWT pros for being true pros and coming down and supporting the community. Because, I mean, right there, that was worth having the event in this community, having that training with him.
Yeah, well, the incident that they were talking about, if you watch the videos, really hit home up in that Swan Creek area in Akaska, you know. So it was an emotional deal. And then Chad Schilling was there and had some stuff for I think the squad, right? The rescue squad. And that was extremely heartwarming in itself. And it's unfortunate that didn't get showed on video, but still, the fact that it happened.
You know, I knew Chad was down. He'd been down practicing. I didn't know he was still in the water. And then I'm like, he was coming in, and I'm like, oh, this might hit too close to home, you know. But he come up to me and goes, is this guy going to be here? I said, yep. Caleb's going to be here. Yes, the rescue squad's going to be here. I'll be back. And he's like, I got something for him. So he was, I mean, it was emotional. I was sitting on the boat, and he's walking up, hugging all the guys. And I mean, it was pretty emotional just watching that happen. And that was pretty cool for Tom and the rescue squad. And talking with Trevor, he's like, man, we learned so much from that. So,
well, I'll tell you what, I understand where Chad's coming from. Not that I've had it happen to me, but I helped look for one of the Hill brothers many years ago, because I was the only one with the portable 360 from Humminbird. I made it myself and was out there and had contact with the family. And you don't completely understand it, but what they did was give Schillings and Kramer's closure, because in that situation where they were, it was a could never ever find him again type of thing, gone forever type of thing. So that's huge. Jeff, thank you. Not bashing anglers of species, but walleye anglers in general are so much more humble and human. Jeff, thanks. And Shane says, I'm going to drive up from North Platte, Nebraska Friday morning for weigh-in. Shane, we'll see you here. Or there, I guess. I'm not there yet, but
yeah. So, 2 days, Steamboat Park, National Walleye Trail weigh-ins. Thursday, Friday. Come down in the morning and watch them blast off. I think you're going to have to go to the Ikes, correct? Is that how I took it tonight, the rules meeting? That's kind of where they're going to stage them at to take off, is the Ikes Road?
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. That's where we'll be doing when they come in for the end of the day. That's where they'll be checking boats as they come in. But as far as I'm aware, that's kind of what it did sound like, is farther down the chute from Downs.
Yeah. So 93 of them taking off, all pros with their co-anglers. I got to see a couple young kids out there that were pretty jacked on their pros and pretty pumped, which was awesome. So pretty excited about that. But we got an event starting Friday, and we want to talk about that event. Marcy's never been to it.
I have not.
No, we're looking forward to it. Another year of working with Curt and the crew.
Right
The
on.
third annual. We're looking forward to it.
So third annual Sharpe Showdown. You guys want to talk a little bit? You know, I guess neither one of you were there when I had this crazy idea to do this tournament, and the other girls were working there at the time. And then you guys, Miranda, you jumped in I don't know how long you were there prior to us doing the event. Not that long. I mean, 6 months
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, 6, 7
Yep.
months. Not
Dove
very
into
long.
it, and then Marcy, when did you get to Pierre?
June 6th.
So a few months after the event's over. So been working with it. You guys want to talk about what's all going to happen tomorrow, the next couple, on Friday through the weekend, and the gracious community that has backed this amazing event?
Yeah, so I'll talk about a little bit what the weekend will look like, and then Marcy, you can give a shout out to all the chamber members who are sponsoring the event, and talk a little bit more about what the chamber does, I suppose. But then Friday we will be having our rules meeting, and I just want to give first off a shout out to our gold sponsors, Bank West and the Pure Business Improvement District 1. We couldn't do this tournament without them, and obviously all of our other sponsors, but huge shout out to them and their support for this event. Our rules meeting will be at the Missouri Avenue Event Center, and we are looking forward to seeing everyone there. We have some awesome giveaways that we'll be having this year. We have some koozies with First Dakota that they put together for us. And then we have some hook and haul bags, which is something new this year. We will be giving those out to each team for them to take for the weekend to bring their fish up to the scale to weigh in and then take home and do as they please with them for as long as they last. And just a shout out to our sponsors for that: Dakota Mart, Farmers Mutual, Mefford Agency, and then Avera and All Around Graphics. So shout out to those guys for making this happen. It's a cool gift that we're excited to give to the anglers, and just a huge thank you of saying thank you for fishing our tournament. We love having you guys there, and we love seeing this tournament grow and what it can do for our area too. So then going on to Saturday and Sunday, the schedule is going to look a lot like the NWT. Boats launch at 7 a.m. out of Downs Marina, and then weigh-ins will be at Steamboat Park beginning at 3:15 each day. We will have a catch and sip bar, and we are super excited about that. So come down to the park, grab a beverage, watch the weigh-ins, cheer on your anglers. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then
Can I interrupt you for 1 minute? Because we do have a comment I want to get to. Tom Wind is watching tonight. Chasen, go ahead and read this out.
All right. So Tom says, I can't be on here long. I just jumped on here and hearing the kind words. I really appreciate you all for trusting me to help you learn this. Chet happened to be staying with us here in Pierre, and I actually met him 3 days ago. No idea prior to his visit about his dad. Need to make sure rescue crews across the country have the skills and the best technology to use in those times we look least forward to. Thank you again, Miranda and Marcy, for having such a great city to visit. Tom, thank you.
I just wanted to interrupt with that one because when Tom posted he couldn't be here long. Thank you, Tom, for always jumping on and watching us. We truly appreciate you, and we appreciate the support and the friendship we've gained with Tom over the last couple of years. So, but anyway, sorry, I wanted to get that one out there. I got a couple other I'll get to after we get through the rest of it. So, sip and haul bags.
hook and haul.
Hook and haul and the sip and.
I mean, you could throw a couple beers in them at the catch and sip bar and haul them around.
Yeah, why not? There's no rules to put in what to put in there.
Right?
There is when you come to the scale. There is when you come to the scale.
After you leave the scale.
Yeah, after the scale, do what you wish. Have fun. Fill them with beer. We'll be happy to do that for you.
Yes.
But yeah, so the schedule is going to look a lot like the NWT. But yeah, Saturday, Sunday takeoff is at 7 a.m. Weigh-ins will be at 3 o'clock at Steamboat Park. If you can't be there to watch everything, check out thefishingcrew.com. I'm sure they'll be live streaming.
Yeah, Fishing Crew Facebook and YouTube, and then live leaderboard on the fishingcrew.com. So that's definitely be able to watch on there. But yeah, sorry to back up, but you kind of missed. I'm proud of this event because the added money for the day one and day two big bags of the tournament, the added money for big fish from the great sponsors. But this meeting, they actually get a fantastic meal. You want to talk, you kind of skipped over that. So the Outpost is providing us this year's meal, and you want to talk a little bit about what we can expect there?
Yeah, it's gonna be a nice little meal. It's more gonna be your heavy apps, not like a full-on three-course meal by any means, but we just want to give something to the anglers as an appreciation also for fishing the tournament. So it's gonna be like some pork riblets, some potato skins, and I think some meatballs. And I think on the tables we're gonna have some chips and some dips. So just something light, but something to probably get you through the rest of the evening, especially while you might be having a couple beverages.
Some snacks there.
Good
I'll bring a bag of potato chips.
I'm sure those will be super popular.
Hey, they were at my wedding. That didn't last, but well, neither did the sandwiches. I did a whole bunch of peanut butter and bologna finger sandwiches, and I made a plate of them, and they disappeared, and people wanted more. Just saying.
Where? You ate them all?
No, I was too busy. I was getting married. I was dancing and I was talking to people, and I wasn't keeping an eye on I was on the mints because I'm a wedding mint guy. You know, I did all of the wacky flavors, but I messed things up. Like the green ones tasted like chocolate, the yellow ones like mint, the orange ones like root beer. You know, just mixed them up and just went nuts. But I love the wedding mints. So
You know what, Chasen? If you bring your stuff, I like to say I'll always try something once. I will try it.
I will make them fresh. So we'll have some on Friday at weigh-in time.
Sounds good. I'm game.
So, Marcy, first of all, before we get into all the sponsors, tell us a little bit about your background and where you came from. And, you know, people that are from the Pierre area kind of know Miranda has been around the area. She was been on the show before. She fished the Gov Cup with her dad. But Marcy's a new face to the community, but kind of.
Mhm.
I mean,
I'm a new resident.
yeah.
I've been visiting the area for 23 years. I fished the cup. I've been to every weigh-in that I possibly can, that my schedule would allow. So I've been in the chamber world for 12 years now. I proudly took the job here as the CEO last June. So I'm coming up on a year here in the Pierre area. I bring a lot of a background in an event-based chamber. So that I think really helps complement what has already been started here. Super excited for this fishing tournament. The tournaments that I've held in the past at chambers, the last chamber I was at was actually an ice fishing tournament. So this is my first on the big water, and it's exciting. I really love what it brings to the community. Just in our office alone, the teamwork and coming together and bringing new ideas and freshen this up a little bit. Already looking at how we can improve it for next year, and I haven't even gotten there. So I'm looking forward to the weekend and just to see how it evolves from the next 2 days. It's pretty impressive to see the rigs that are sitting around town. I know people have been talking. It's hard to not notice 93 boats and truck and trailers that look the way they do, all wrapped up. And they've been here over a week, so we're excited to watch that and have it kind of kick off our big weekend. So yeah, it's exciting to finally be on this side of it. I was unable to make it last year, but now I'm here for good. So
Well, it's the first week my truck actually blends in town.
Isn't that the
yeah,
truth?
that's true. You can't miss your truck, that's for sure.
It's the first week my truck blends in the community, so I kind of really like it.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
one
it's
of the
pretty
neat
cool.
things too, one of the neat things about having these tournaments back to back, a number of those trucks are going to stick around because they're going to fish the National Walleye Tour and the Sharpe Showdown. Now, I don't know how many. I think Curt's the only one that knows the specifics there, but nonetheless, right? We've got some National Walleye Tour pro anglers and maybe even co-anglers that'll stick around and fish the Sharpe Showdown. That's cool.
Yeah, we definitely got, I know a couple guys that are fishing as a co-side, jumping crossed. I know James Tremble is fishing the pro side. He's sticking around. And Hunter Nitty, Mike Zell, Justin Sieverding, Drew Schutz, the skippers, Cole, Friesman. There's quite a few of them they're local guys, but they're fishing this, and you know, they might make a splash in the next couple days. And I mean, how cool would it be to back back to back something like that.
Yeah, that was my next question. Who do you think could do it back to back? Hunter and Nitty could. And here's the deal, folks. If you don't pay attention to the National Walleye Tour, Hunter Nitty was the Angler of the Year last year, and he's going to be fishing the Sharpe Showdown. For the Sharpe Showdown and Pierre, it's a huge deal, and we're going to have him in town for extra days because of the Sharpe Showdown.
And this is going to be a great event to show that, Lake Sharpe, people kind of get a misnomer that it's hard to maneuver, hard to do this. And, this will be a great showcase that these big guys are here. And this lake is not as scary as people want to make it out to be.
Yeah, I've never understood that. I really haven't. All right, Jeff says, when head-to-head was here for the Pool 2 event, I made 5 racks of ribs for a group of anglers that were at the hotel by me. Simple apparently because simple apparently was good because they were gone quickly. Was my form of appreciation to them because of that group of anglers and what they'd done for decades of helping others.
Yeah, I mean, what a great thing. I mean, anybody wants to bring ribs to a tournament for me to eat, I'm in. I'm just saying, just throwing it out there. But yeah, so we're coming on the weekend. We got a lot of great sponsors that are going to be backing this stuff. Marcy, do you happen to have a list in front of you? Because I don't. I mean, I got stickers.
Yeah, no, I don't have a full list. I know you can find it on peer.org,
Yeah.
our complete list. And the reason I say that too is because we were really blessed with a large number of supporters for this tournament. And we're really lucky that we have all of them to give back and help us out. So
yeah, I mean, there's a long list of sponsors on this event, and we got day 1 big bag, day 2 big bag, big fish. What are we calling it? The way up walkway?
Angler's Alley.
Angler's Alley.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Angler's Alley. Where's Curt? Holy crap, dude! You were so far off. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be way up, walleye, way up, way or something. You never know with these girls and their names.
I love Angler's Alley. That's good.
Team Fireball.
Funny.
Team Fireball sticking around to fish.
It was funny
Right?
because we had this bag back in one of our closets, and one day I decided to open it up and find out what was inside it. Realized I couldn't fit it back in the bag, and then one day we took it to our community room and laid it down, and we're like, what the heck is this? And then we found a machine that would blow it up, and we're like, still wondering what the heck it was. And then someone was like, it's an archway for like a race or something. So we've just had this archway sitting in our closet for who knows how long. No idea what it was. And so now we have Angler's Alley.
Yeah, putting it to good use.
Yeah, big blow up archway, and I can't wait to watch Miranda try to put that back in a bag. It's probably like the sleeping bag.
Oh,
No
like
way.
if you could ever get a sleeping bag back in a bag, I can barely get the strap to tie around it when I'm done.
we've gotten pretty good, but if the wind comes up, we might have some troubles.
Yeah. So
We'll have Curt holding it down.
Yeah,
Was that a
Curt,
bad
hold on to
joke or
this
what?
rope.
Well, if nothing else, you could turn it upside down and call it the Lucky Horseshoe. I mean, whatever.
Cool.
There you go.
Yeah.
So big weekend. Guys, you're gonna see the weights. The weights we're in the spawn. So the weights are probably not going to show what true Sharpe can look like. But I'm gonna put a prediction out there on the National Walleye Trail. Like around 24 pounds is gonna win it for a 2-day bag. That's my prediction right now. I think Sharpe Showdown. Hopefully, there's a big cold front coming in tonight, so that's going to change these fish quite a bit. But hopefully, it straightens out. The weather this weekend, unfortunately, true walleye tournament weekend, it doesn't look great. But I think it's going to change around. I think we're going to see a little bigger weights on the weekend, just because I got a little more faith in our guys.
Yeah, I'll go with you on that. A little more local, right?
Yeah.
A little more experience with the lake. I think you're probably right on that 24 pounds. We were talking about that the other day, but what kind of tournament? 12 pounds a day, big deal. Here's the thing. If it's 12 pounds a day, those guys are out there fishing their asses off, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And they got to be good. If you're catching 12 pounds to win or to lead a day in 24, to win it, fishing was tough and you had to work hard for it. And you're proving that you are a fisherman rather than everybody or a ton of guys, the top 10 guys catching 60 pounds of walleye. That's a whole different story. So it's going to be a fishing tournament this weekend, no doubt. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yeah, and like Jeff said, somebody's going to find him. They always do. No matter what happens, no matter what the pressure is, no matter whether we've got a cold front that comes through, somebody always stumbles across them and comes in and weighs a big bag or a big bag to win, right?
Well, and I talked to somebody, I don't remember who said it. Oh, it's Chris Haynes. I ran him at the gas station last week, and he's like, if something new gets unlocked this week, this will be the week that a new tactic or a new spot or new something gets unlocked with all those guys on the water.
All that fuzzy dice thing, that somebody will try that.
The taco dice.
Yeah, right. Taco dice.
So, yeah. I mean, looking forward to the weekend. Looking forward. Unfortunately, I got to hang out with Miranda and Marcy, but I think we can. I think we can make it work.
It'll be fun
for you, I guess.
It'll be fun as long as you go where you're supposed to go when you're supposed to go where you're supposed to go instead of right where you went, right, Miranda? Then everything will be fine.
Right, Curt. Just listen to what we say. That's all you got to do.
Yes. Oh. You should know that by now.
Yes. I do. I'm supposed to be the guy that knows the tournaments, but Miranda tells me what to do now.
Yes is the answer. Just practice it for the next.
Miranda, 7 or green. I'm just gonna. If you ask me something, it's gonna be 7 or green all weekend. That's the two answers.
Miranda, I did ask Curt. I said, I hope Miranda is going to be backstage with team names and numbers because I loved that last year. You nailed it. You're better than anybody. It was awesome. So we hope you're doing that this year too.
Yeah, thank you. I will be doing that. It was a lot of fun. And I mean, it just gets you more interactive with the anglers too, and knowing who they are and just being able to thank them in person as well.
Well, when people are watching, whether they're out in the crowd in the park or whether they're on the stream, they're not paying attention all the time and they hear the number or they hear the name. And now Kurt's kind of starting to do that too with what we learned, that the more we say names and numbers and the whole 9 yards, now people are really going to know who's on stage all the time. And that's fantastic.
Yeah, no, but I think it's great. I appreciate them asking me to do it. And I look forward to just another great tournament this weekend. It's going to be fun.
Another comment coming in. Yes. And Tomlin, THU is a game changer. I was talking to Hank Asher tonight and we were talking about it. And he said he graduated from university before he graduated high school. It was Tom Wynn University, but he graduated from the university before he graduated high school. He was pretty proud of himself. He's got a college diploma before he graduated high school.
Hey, so you know what? If you can get a degree before you get a diploma, good for you.
Our takeoff, we're going to take off right out of Downs parking lot. I mean, you'll be able to come down to the right there at Downs and watch our boats take off both Saturday and Sunday. 7 a.m. will be the first flight. It's a lot of fun watching the boats go off. It's one of my favorite moments of the tournament is that morning launch. So I look forward to seeing that, and hopefully we get a crowd. One of these years, we're going to draw a big crowd.
Yeah, last year we actually, despite the weather, I thought we actually had a pretty dang good turnout because it was not nice out.
No. Oh, will the fire department have the flag hanging from the ladder again this year, or were we just lucky enough to see that last year?
That was the first year.
That's right. It was 2 years ago. Right.
Yeah. We'll probably just stick it on the boat again like last year. And
they have a burn Foley and Golf burn simulator trailer coming to town Saturday, so they are busy this weekend.
Okay.
We will be launching out of a new Vexus from Downstream Marine, so
can't complain there. The interesting thing, if you look at the pictures of all of the firemen with Tom Wynn in his Vexus, you will notice there's one picture where you see the boat broadside and all of the guys are in the front, and you would think the boat would be doing this, but it's not. It's just doing that. And it's amazing. The Vexus blew my mind. how it could hold all of those guys in the front of that boat and not be, nose down in the water. Blew my mind.
Yeah. So looking forward to the weekend. Follow along on the Fishing Crew's Facebook page, fishingcrew.com, the YouTube page. We're going to have both these ladies in for an interview at some point. I'm going to spoil it. Our midday show on Saturday, we are going to have legendary Mike McClellan in the trailer for the midday show. Pretty jacked about seeing Mike in the trailer and getting to know we don't even have enough time in a 40-hour work week to get the knowledge out of that guy's head, but that's going to be pretty awesome. Trying to work on some other people for the rest of the weekend so we can have some midday reports. So we'll be live. We'll do some interviews Friday night with guys, live takeoff show in the morning, then midday report with guests in the studio with anglers on the water fishing, and then the weigh-in show, and same thing all weekend. So we are looking forward to seeing Zach. Nobody bring any Shanky's whip, or we're going to get no work out of Zach.
I'll hold it.
Marcy and Zach will be in the corner with Shanky's whip.
Not good.
We'll never see them again.
This show should be brought to you by. I can't give Tom enough props for what he did. That was such a awesome moment. And them guys were so appreciative, and us as anglers in the community should be appreciative for a guy like that. Take his time out of his busy schedule.
Yep. Especially if you happen to, and hopefully nobody ever ends up in that deal breaker. I hope nobody ends up in that position, but to know that search and rescue has the expertise and ability to locate quickly is paramount. It's huge. So, rest assured that these guys are training and doing the best they can for you on your worst day. So
Chris wants a text reminder and a link. You're feeling like, yeah, we can do that, Chris. We'll definitely, we'll get a hold of Chris and we can do some stuff there. So you're welcome. We're going through our comments here.
Oh yeah, we've got a bunch of them.
More from the Garage Peanut Gallery.
I would say those comments are sponsored by Bush Light.
Hey.
Well, ladies, thanks for having you on. I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning to drive some side-by-sides and get told what to do by Miranda. I'm sure I'll drive the wrong way or drive too fast or not take a right corner at the right time, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
You'll find out when it happens.
Yeah. I love it. Fantastic. We'll see you guys at weigh-in. I won't be there till afternoon, but good luck, Tom Goodmestead, and good luck, Tom Wynn, and all our friends. Hunter and Eddie, I'm coming to find you there, buddy. Your life is not secret anymore. All right.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.